I'm at the home base with Jonathan Blackshire. What's up, man?
This is the show?
Yes.
Okay. I thought this was like a waiting room or something. It's cool. No, this is good. I think everybody will like this.
I'm sorry.
This is.
I'm sorry if I kind of tricked you. I might have misled you into this situation.
Well, it's just this is a nice, comfy chair. You got this plant here, which is really nice. I don't know how well people can see this, but it's like it's a lemon tree, right? It's a I'm wondering if you've gotten any plastic lemons on it, first of all. But it's very friendly. But it's like it's a waiting room tree. I don't think it's appropriate for an interview. I'm gonna push it. I'm gonna push it away a little bit.
Disowned.
It's
disowned by Jonathan Blackshire.
It's gonna feel bad, so I'm just gonna leave it here. But this guy, I don't. Okay, let's just go ahead. I don't know what's going on here.
So I guess that answers the cats or dogs question that I had for you.
Not necessarily. I mean, we can go into more detail.
Do you like dogs? You just don't like dogs with no face?
Does anybody like dogs with no face? I mean, even cat lovers. It's a little
I kind of feel
extreme.
bad for him.
Yeah. I mean, his face is literally on the ground over there, from what I can tell. So, either way, I like dogs. I don't like dogs that have no face. That's just so nobody cancels me. All right.
Don't cancel Jonathan Blackshire.
There's so many reasons to cancel me.
Is that your real name or your stage name?
No, that's my real name. I don't think I could have come up with such an audaciously fantastic name as Jonathan Blackshire.
Audacious, bodacious, Jonathan Blackshire.
More audacious. It's like the nerve of this guy going around calling himself Jonathan Blackshire.
Who does he think he is?
I kind of feel that way. I kind of feel like when people meet me, they're like, who the fuck is this guy? Jonathan Blackshire. It gets so long. It takes so much effort to say. But it's the name I've got. I didn't change it like Jon Stewart. I'm not John Leibowitz or anything like that. Not that I've got anything wrong with changing your name for, to not self-identify. I mean, that's the reasoning. So
You're not that Hollywood. Almost, but not that Hollywood. Not that.
No. I'm pretty Hollywood, though. I mean, you can see I'm wearing these sunglasses here.
How many different pairs of those do you have? I see you have like different colors.
You noticed
that first that I was doing my research today.
Well,
hold on to you.
It's funny you ask because I brought a gift for you today.
For me?
I know that people do this quite often. So I brought you a pair of my, I guess, famous multicolor sunglasses. This is an extra pair.
They're famous. Can I get them right here?
Oh, yeah. There you go.
Thank you.
So, there you go. I gave you a blue pair because I just feel like you're kind of a blue guy.
Yeah, I'll take them. I'm going to wear them. Thank you.
All right.
I'm going to join in with you.
So I think I have 8. There's actually a serious reason that I wear them, and I don't want to bring things down too much, but I wear them because of my mother-in-law, rest her soul. She passed away a year ago on July 1st. And she loved these heart sunglasses. She used to wear, actually I don't even think they were hearts. It's just like pink sunglasses she would wear all the time, rose-colored glasses. So I kind of wear them as a tribute to her, and I like the little gimmick of it and the multicolors and stuff like that. So it's how I get to pretend to be a rock star, So
Shout out.
yeah, shout out.
How do you spell Jonathan?
All right, before we get into the questions, I actually came on here for very specific reasons. So I want to talk about that real quick. I
came on the show with intent.
Yeah, well,
You're here with a mission.
I actually have watched a lot of episodes prior to even talking to you about the show, and I know that one of your biggest fans. I know you've got a lot of fans, a lot of people that watch the show, and that's.
I like to say 50. That might be stretching it. I like to say worldwide.
50,000, I'm sure.
I hope.
From the quality of what I've seen, I can't imagine it's any less than that. But I know that your biggest fan on here is Joe Sinkovich, and I'm here.
It's true. That's true. Shout out.
Yeah, well, shout out maybe, but maybe shout in his freaking face because I'm tired of the crap that he's been doing to me, all right, man? He's been dragging me online on TikTok, and I'm sick of his garbage, all right? Are you watching Joe Sinkovich? Because I'm tired of this nonsense. He's posting these dance-off videos, and he's doing, like, all these moves with the belly and whatever, and then he's like, yeah, life interrupted, more like knife up my butt, man, and he's just dragging my album, my new album. I spent a year and a half of my life on this crap, all right? And he's just, you know, I came up with the whole stick that he's doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, every band he's been in, right? Resonant, Bowl, Papers. I get it. Papers, because I like to read the paper, because I'm an intellectual guy, right? Bowl, because I like to eat cereal. You know, Resonant, 17th century fossilized remains explorer. You know, I get it. Like, you know, he's emulating and he's jealous, but this dragging me online has got him, man. You know, I wrote all the drum beats. I don't know if you know that. I wrote all the drum beats to all the paper songs. You know, all that stuff, dude. I wrote all of, not the guitar parts. Matt's cool, man. Matt's cool. Joe's got to stop dragging me, dude. It's getting ridiculous, and I'm sick of this crap. All right? Do you hear me, Joe? Joe Sinkovich. I'm tired of this. I'll take you on. I'll do a TikTok dance battle with you. I don't have TikTok, though. I don't know how it works, so somebody will put this online.
I'll set you one up.
Thank you.
We'll get you set up. I'll help you dance battle Joe. I can't believe
sorry,
my number one fan is out here disrespecting you like that.
Well,
Joe, where are you? What are you doing? What are you thinking?
Look, I didn't mean to railroad your show. I just had to get that off my chest.
Shame on him.
Let's just go on with the interview. I'm sorry.
Oh my! I can't believe what I'm hearing.
I can't believe what he's doing. You know, it's garbage. I've done so much for him. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, just forget it.
What kind of music do you make, Jonathan?
So, you know, the cop-out answer is like I do singer-songwriter stuff. But then again, like, when I get into a band, it tends to be like, kind of like, spaced out, jam rock, you know, that kind of stuff. I was talking to, I don't want to name drop, I'm going to shout out Eric from Cedars. And I was talking to him, and, you know, he saw me He saw me doing the new stuff, the new album with, I played with Gypsy Lane. I got them to back me up at my CD release at Cedars.
Oh, I was there.
Yeah, you were there.
It was good.
And you put on a great show, by the way. I always enjoy seeing you perform. And I'm actually a huge fan of the local hip hop scene. Like, I really dig a lot of the artists we have around here. To be totally honest, I'm a huge fan of so much of our local scene. And it really kind of pisses me off when I hear people getting down on, like, the Youngstown music scene. Like, people, oh, there's no community here, or there's no, you know, real, like, or you people that say there's no places to play or whatever. Like, it's just bullshit. Like, a scene is what you make of it. If there's no venues, then you play in somebody's fucking basement. You know what I'm saying? Like, you make your scene by getting together with other musicians and, you know, playing together.
I honestly have a lot of gripes, but that's what I'm trying to do is make it happen.
You're doing it.
Make what I'm not seeing, make it appear.
Yeah.
Make it, you know, so I agree with you. We do have a good scene, but
it could be better. Yeah, there could be better things about it. There's always stuff that's wrong, you know. And there's definitely people who are all out for themselves. Like that, you can't avoid. You're gonna see that anywhere you go.
Hot topic.
Yeah. I got worked up on that. I totally went off the topic of what we were talking about. So, anyways, I was playing that show and playing with Gypsy Lane, and he comes up to me afterwards. He's like, "Dude, I thought you were all like stoner rock, like hippie, Grateful Dead stuff, you know, or whatever." And yeah, that's a big part of me. But the fact of the matter is, I listen to all kinds of music. Like, there's literally not a genre I won't listen to, except for maybe new country and some new rap.
I hate new country, and
it depends
also hate
on
some new rap.
It
so
depends
I
on the
agree
new
with you
rap.
completely on that line.
Yeah. You know, I'm definitely old school country. I love that stuff. But honestly, any music that's kind of like a little too shiny, a little too overproduced, a little bit too commercial, I can just taste it. You know what I'm saying? I listen to it and I'm like, oh, this garbage.
What does it taste like to you?
It just tastes like saccharine. It tastes like artificial sugar. You know what I'm saying? It leaves this bitter yet sweet taste in your mouth. It's too much. You know what I'm saying? And it has no substance. You know, it has no like soul behind it. And I know that's like a subjective term, right? You know, having soul behind music, whatever. But
yeah, I guess. But I have a lot of gripes with a lot of modern pop music today. So once again, we're kind of on the same line on that.
Yeah.
We don't need all overproduction. You know,
I like a good produced song, though. Don't get me wrong.
I like live music the best, and I like the raw, broken down.
Sure.
Sure. I've always liked that kind of.
I like gritty stuff. I like stuff that just sounds
me,
loud and noisy.
I don't need much at all. So when there's too much, it's already too much for me. It gets too much for me very quick. I mean.
But to be fair, I also like really nice jazz. I like classical music.
I love jazz music.
So it's not like I don't want to try and come off like I'm like hard and into like metal or like just really heavy music all the time.
Metalhead, Jonathan Blackshire.
Yeah, clearly not. You know what I'm saying? But I enjoy all those types of music too.
Now, is your singing voice something that you've had to practice, or is that something that just came naturally, like after you hit puberty?
Well, actually, before, to be honest, it is something that I've had to hone and practice and get better. Because even with natural talent, it doesn't matter how talented you are. There's still a threshold you have to get over to become a really talented performer. And I would say even people who lack a natural talent in a specific thing, they can even overcome someone. And in fact, might be likely to because they're more driven to. Like I've been kind of lazy about my singing because I've been singing since kindergarten. Ever since they were playing like motorcycle racers in the, it was this weird thing we did back in the school I was in. But we'd sing along to all these songs. We'd sing Jimmy Crack Corn, all the little kids songs. I was in chorus from way back then. And I actually had, my mom remembers this like my big coming out moment as a singer. I think it was in the 5th grade, and I sang Chestnuts Roasting on an Open Fire for like a Christmas concert. Except back then it was pre-puberty, so it was Chestnuts Roasting on a, right? So
you still got it.
I still do have that falsetto. I can still do it. But so I've always been a singer. Though I have had to, especially in the more recent years, I've had to really work on honing my voice and getting a little bit better support behind it and trying to just really up my game, I guess. I'm trying to do that across the board with my guitar playing, with playing bass, even playing drums here and there. Though on the album, I don't know if you know. Everything on the album is programmed drums by me, except for one track, which was programmed by Frank Tonker. So,
shout out.
Shout out.
So you did just release an album.
I did.
What was it called?
Life Interrupted. Yeah.
We're not going to
contrary to what Joe
Sinkovich
Sinkovich
we're not going to
called
call it what Joe called it. How many tracks are on the album?
7.
7.
And that is because it's patterned after the 7 stages of grief.
Okay.
Which I didn't set out to make a concept album, but I kind of had like 11, 12, 13 songs that I was working on. And my daughter started hearing me playing different songs, and she'd maybe 3 or 4 of them. She's like, Dad, this kind of sounds like the 7 stages of grief. I'm like, you mean the 5 stages of grief? She's like, no, you old boomer, like now it's 7. And she showed me something online, and I was like, holy crap, it actually is. And so I just got this idea. We've all been through this collective trauma with the pandemic, and the songs are not necessarily about the pandemic itself, but a lot of the emotions and the themes and the events and trials we've been through over the pandemic. So it goes through those stages of grief that I feel a lot of us have been dealing with. Even if you didn't lose somebody or lose something in your life, we all lost 2 years. Like on Friday, I was out at Tony Armini's, right? And
shout out!
I'm such a fucking name dropper, dude. but we were like, I'm gonna drop another name. Me and Todd Zeller were talking.
Shout out!
But we're talking about how like, yeah, when was the first time I saw you? And I was like, oh, it was 3 years ago. No, it was 5 or 6 years ago because we lost 2 years. Like just where nothing happened, except for awesome videos from the cave. As much as I hate that guy, I love their videos. Papers, shut up.
I'm kind of starting to hate him too. I don't know how I feel about Joe.
I don't know.
Thought he was a good guy, really supports the page a lot.
Yeah, but he shows
now
his
he's
true
out here
colors.
putting down Jonathan Blackshire.
He shows his true colors. That's all.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Anyways, that's what the album's about. It's 7 songs. It covers kind of like all the stuff we've been going through. It goes through so many genres, which is why when you ask me what kind of music do I play, I mean, there's like an alt-rock kind of grunge song that opens it up, goes to an R&B kind of song, goes to a country song, goes to like a kind of I don't want to say overproduced, a very well produced by Frank Tonker pop rock song, you know. So I mean, it covers the whole gambit, and it kind of it takes my interest everywhere I go with music. So
I really like what you're doing. My favorite song on the album. I don't have a clever question or like something funny to say about what you're doing because I know what you're doing right now. You're on the show.
Right.
What is the wonder? Is that like the 8th wonder of the world?
No.
Or something? What is that?
So it's just a clever title to talk about. I don't want to wonder, but the wonder is
Wondering.
Yeah, but it's a little more. I write about depression a lot in my music, and sometimes you can't tell because I'll make them very poppy songs, very upbeat, almost happy sounding. The Wonder is one of those. It's really upbeat. It sounds fun, but it's all about depression. It's about crippling depression. I'm not the kind of person who gets depressed and wants to take my life. I'm the kind of person who gets depressed and just doesn't want to do anything and lets stuff fall to pieces. It's like I'm more interested in the slow death that kills you over, decades, basically. But that's what the Wonder is about. It's like that crippling depression where it's not that I can't figure out what I want to do today. It's like I can't get the motivation to do anything today. I can't figure out how to get myself to do anything. And the thing is, I don't want to sit here and wonder why I can't do this. I want to do something with my life. I want to, and not necessarily just something meaningful. I just want to do something that inspires me and that, feels worthwhile. Feels like my life is worthwhile, And I know it is, like, don't get me wrong, I know it's worthwhile even if, like, all I do is go to work and come home and shit and then, like, take care of my family and, like, like, it's still worthwhile to do all that, but I want to feel alive, I guess is what I'm saying. And that's what that song is about.
Yeah, absolutely. You have to have something to do. You can't just go to work and come home.
Well, it feels soulless to do that, doesn't it? Unless you're doing a job that, like, really moves you, and then...
Do they ever?
So, I hear there are these mythical creatures out there who like have the job they want that's like fulfilling to them. I'm not sure if I've ever met one of these people, but I've heard about it. So here's to those people. Shout out to the people who are satisfied with their jobs who actually don't exist.
Did you create the soundtrack for a short film in 2004 called I Am Jane?
I did?
I was in the 4th grade.
Thank you for making me feel old.
Yeah, that show was really cool. Tell me about it.
I did not create the whole soundtrack. I collaborated with another guy, Andy Frostman.
Shout out!
And, we just kind of put together some electronic songs. I did some really, in my opinion, crappy demos that just kind of got used for the soundtrack. And it was, there were some cool songs on it. Like, I had this one tune, which I don't think you can find online, because, we made the thing, we made the movie, you could hear the songs in the movie, but somewhere along the lines, the masters, the original recordings got lost. So I kind of scrambled and put together what I could. But I lost this one tune called You're Scrammin', and it's just like, it's just a weird, like, scat, you know what I'm saying? But it's a cool little tune, and then I do, like, Camp Down Races, and then I do, like, a piano suite for, like, the title sequence, which is kind of cool. It's mostly, like, sequenced on the piano. So yeah, it was an interesting experience. My friend Dove, she was just making the movie. I actually have a scene in it.
Shout out Dove.
And I also was the sound guy. So my scene, actually, the sound is terrible because I wasn't there to like take care of it. And you can hear like this terrible refrigerator in the background because we filmed it live in like a cafe, and they couldn't close down for us to film it, you know. So, anyways, yeah, that was a great experience, and I've done other things like that. I did the soundtrack for a web series called Television, and that's my buddy Sean. Well, I guess Sean Parker Kent. I don't know what he goes by professionally.
Shout out.
So
starting from a voice now. I can't yell as loud anymore.
he has a company called Parker Kent something else. But anyways, he did this web series, and my whole album, No More Apathy, guys. That's pretty much the soundtrack for that web series, and it was great because it was a challenge. He would just say, "Hey, I need another song for the show this week," and I'd just like go to the grind and like, you know, I'd already have them kind of written, but then, you know, just do kind of a quick and dirty recording of them. You know, throw massive amounts of reverb. Sorry, I don't mean to be ignoring you here, but I'm trying to promote the album, right? So yeah, I mean, it's just fun. I like challenges like that, and I like, you know, music with a specific aim or purpose behind it, I guess, you know. So again, which you like brings us full circle back to, you know, this album. Like, the challenge for me was like, I wanted to create an album. I'd never really done something that was full on in the studio, you know, and I wanted to do something that was studio quality. It was just important to me, and I wanted to prove that I could do it. You know what I mean? I also had a very small budget, so I couldn't like hire musicians to play with me, and I don't have a band together right now. Though I'm looking to put together a band. Anybody out there who wants to put together a band to play these songs, yeah, let's talk. But anyways, I played all the instruments on the album, except for the drums. I sequenced those. And then I went to 7 different studios for each song, kind of because I was a little gun shy. I didn't want to pick one and then like decide, oh, I didn't really like the experience. So I did, you know, 7 different ones, and I actually ended up liking each studio, but in different ways. You know, I know like why I would go back to them if I wanted to. But of course I got to work with like, I'm going to do a whole bunch of shout outs now, so just cue it up. I got to work with Pete Rivera.
Shut up.
All right. I got to work with Gary Rainey.
Shut up.
Obviously Frank Tonker.
Shut up.
Josh Roman.
Shut up.
Keith Kelly.
Shut up.
I don't remember the names of the other 2 guys.
Shut up.
Shout out to them too. Rec Room was one, and he's out of Cleveland.
Shut up.
So we'll just, it's all online. You can look it up, and I have all their names.
Look it up. Shut up.
So that's enough about that.
How would you feel if someone started a Jonathan Blackshire cover band, went around performing your song? Someone like Joe Sinkovich, even.
If that bastard did it, I'd have to have words, maybe fisticuffs with the guy.
That bastard.
Honestly, that would be like the most flattering thing in the world. I mean, if somebody else was going around playing my songs, you know, one thing that I would like to do a little more of is playing songs of local artists in our scene, because there's a lot of songs that I really like. There's some tunes by Heck Vector that I really dig, some tunes by Miss Dreadful, who I recently played with. You know, I do like a lot of Paper's songs, which is why this hurts so much, what Joe's doing to me.
It hurts me too. It hurts me too.
I know.
And I hope it hurts him.
I really hope it does. I hope he thinks twice about what he's doing now. But, you know, I mean, I think that's part of what makes a scene too, is appreciating each other's music and then playing it as well. I'm not ashamed too, though, to say, like, I really like the heavy underground DIY scene that we have here, but I love the Lava Brothers. I'm not gonna lie. I love the Vindies. I really like their stuff. I like Spirit of the Bear, you know. So I mean, I like a lot of the poppy stuff that's coming out of here. I like a lot of the heavy industrial stuff, and I would love when I was playing around Cleveland, I had a bunch of folks, I would just play their songs because I loved the song. And it was, when I played it, I would put my twist on it, you know, and so that's a little bit of flattery too, you know, that you've taken something and reinterpreted it. So, fuck yeah, please, play my songs. That would be awesome. I'd be so flattered.
Is it wrong to download music online without paying for it?
No, it's not. But big caveat there, things have consequences, you know. If you download stuff without paying for it, you are in effect stealing livelihood from the person who made that. Now, granted, if you're not paying Sony or Capitol or whatever that money, maybe you're not hurting the artist as much as, you know, it seems. And maybe you should just give the money directly to the artist instead. But ultimately, this shit costs money. And I don't care if you're a DIY artist. It costs money. In fact, the smaller scale you are, the more expensive it is to do this crap, man. Because you don't have any economies of scale. You don't have like people who are sponsoring you. You don't have investors who are loaning you money to do shit. So you got to do this out of your pocket, you know? And honestly, the streaming, you're not going to get money from that crap. You know, you're going to get 5 cents a month, maybe, you know? You're really going to make most of your money on merch. That's the way it is for all musicians right now. And part of that is because people don't want to pay money for music, you know? And if you just go onto somebody's Bandcamp, I think that's the best way to go. If you're an artist, get yourself a Bandcamp because you're going to get more of that sale. Like, that's all there is to it. And it's an easy platform to put your music up on. You can let people download it for free if you want. And I have a lot of my stuff up there for free as well. The latest album, no, because I need to make this money back, man. I spent money on this shit. I've got hundreds of CDs, you know, that I'm selling, and I've sold quite a few of them. But, you know, I need to keep selling t-shirts, CDs, all this stuff because it costs money and because I have to live and eat. And thank God I've got a day job. But all musicians deserve to be compensated for their work, you know. Even though you look at it as, it's just one song I'm downloading. Fine, but just try and compensate them somehow. Buy a t-shirt, buy whatever. Just give them money, you know. But realize they've spent time, effort, and probably a lot of their own money making this shit.
He's Jonathan Blackshire. Give him your money.
I'm
Paul Goon. Go to shows, buy merch, support
Yes.
your local
Yes.
scene. That's 13 minutes.
Thank you, man.